All right, Arnie, the horses are ready. We're getting ready for our ride. Man, this is a great day. I can't believe more people are not getting into horses.
You see the show today, if that don't get them excited about horses, nothing will. Hi folks, I'm Ernie Rodina.
And I'm Ed Adams.
Welcome to Better Horses TV, where we've got just a tremendous show lined up.
And in this show, I'm going to compliment the fact that we have some great Arizona clinicians and trainers coming your way.
You're going to really love Laurel Walker from down at Skull Valley Mountain. It's just a great place down there, and she's a great trainer, and she's the real deal.
Let's welcome her to Better Horses, and let's not forget Craig Cameron's coming back, and he's going to show us how to tie a Hackamore knot, all with a lead line.
Then what we're going to do from there is we go down to Medicine Lodge with Kerry Kuhn, and he's going to be giving us some of his insight also. Then we're going to wrap it up with a hearty grub, another one. Cheftel Mark just knocking it out of the park with another wonderful hearty grub. You're going to love it.
So if you love horses, you're going to love this show, and it's the only horse show on your local broadcast television station.
Mom, Dad, crack the whip, get them all up, call a friend. You got to get them down to Better Horses TV. You're going to love it.
We'll be right back.
It's time to go with United Mosquito and Fly Control's premier fly system for fly control in your barn, providing relief for horses from the stress of fighting flies, and also makes a barn more pleasant for everyone in the barn. Easy, effective, and safe. With United Mosquito and Fly Control, we provide a full service. You as the barn owner don't have to do anything. We go everywhere and take care of everything with our friendly fast service. Call today at 913-558-3814 or email Paul at unitedmosquito.com.
Hey folks, good to be with you once again. You know, I've always said that in life we have thousands of acquaintances, and out of that come a few friends. And out of the few friends comes an even smaller group, what I call family. Those are the ones that are really close to you, the ones you can really depend on. Well, there's a story in the Bible in Mark chapter 2 where some friends, they took their friend who was he couldn't walk. He was paralyzed. So they put him on a stretcher. They were going to take him to Jesus. Well, when they got to where Jesus was, there were so many people that they couldn't get near Jesus. So they took him to the top of the building. They dug a hole in the roof, and they lowered him down so he could get to the Master, to the healer, to the Savior. I want to tell you something. That's the kind of friends that I want to have in my life. The ones that no matter what, nothing will stop them to get me to Jesus. When was the last time you invited someone to come and meet him, to come and meet the Master, to come meet the Savior? So it's our prayer here today at Better Horses that you too will take the time to invite your friends to come and see this one called Jesus. Hey, this is Steve Stafford. I'm the pastor at Risen Ranch Cowboy Church in Carthage, Missouri, and a very proud member of the Better Horses family.
No matter what discipline of riding you do, training, showing, and everyday stress is hard on your horse's legs. Decra Veterinary Products is a leading lameness company that brought you Osphos. Osphos is a clodronate injection, an intramuscular bisphosphonate to help control the clinical signs of navicular syndrome in horses 4 years and older. Ask your veterinarian if Osphos is right for your horse. Decra Veterinary Products is a proud sponsor of The American.
What do you get when you bring together one of the biggest names in veterinary medicine with one of the most caring and committed teams of horse health experts in the industry? You get a vaccine portfolio known for its quality and safety, a pharmaceutical line you can rely on to help manage pain and support performance. You get the products, programs, and people of Merck Animal Health.
Hi everybody, we're here in God's country at the Bar U Bar Ranch in Skull Valley, and I'm Laurel Denton. And today we're going to welcome our viewers from Better Horses TV, and I want to talk about tack. I want to talk about equipment, and I'm talking about mainly for the ranch riding, which is the largest, fastest growing class right now. And I'm speaking what I know of as the AQHA classes. It's usually always the largest classes at the show. And I'm just going to talk a little bit about an overall picture of what the ranch riding is and what it should look like. We're going to have a few different looks today, proper and improper equipment. Now today, this horse is standing in front of you. You know, yes, I like to have a breast collar. Yes, I like to have a back cinch or a flank cinch, as I call it. Neither one of which are mandatory. But to me, it is the overall picture of a working outfit. If something happens and you have to climb a mountain, you have a breast collar. If you have to rope a steer, you've got a back cinch that's going to keep your saddle in place. You may never do that. However, you should be ready for it in case, just the ranch riding, that's what that typifies. Now, so we're going to go around here and just look at this equipment. You know, we've talked in the past about the Romal reins. We have a breast collar that fits snugly but not too tight. I don't have too much loose here in between. Okay, my latigo is fastened this way, okay? Because why? Because lots of times if you do this, what happens is that latigo comes down, okay? During a class, it can be distracting. If the latigo is long and it's touching the ground, it can be deadly if your horse steps on it. So that's why we always fix the latigo like that so it can't come out. Here's your back cinch, okay? This is snug. It's fitting exactly properly. That's what a ranch riding outfit should look like. Okay, now we're going to move over to some other horses and I'll show you a different kind of breast collar and a different kind of look. Okay, so now we have a little different look on this horse than the last horse you saw. This horse I have what's called a martingale breast collar on. It's also called a pulling collar. However, pulling collars are fastened a little bit different. They fasten around the horn. This fastens to the D-ring of the saddle. This breast collar was made just to fit him because he's so short, he's so small. He has a very short distance from the ring to the point of his shoulder, and I can't get a regular breast collar to fit him right without a lot of movement and things like this. And this breast collar just nestles right there. It fits just fine. Completely changes the look of this horse compared to a regular breast collar. So we got our back cinch. The other thing that really can be distracting is if your back cinch is too loose and you're showing in a class and you have this here. So make sure that before you go in that your back cinch is tight. That's certainly not too tight, but it's tight enough where I'm not going to see extra movement. Make sure all your keepers are in on your bridles all the way around, on your breast collars. You know, and one thing that I always do, especially before the cow horse too, is I always go around, check all my equipment. I do a little walk around, make sure everything's tight, everything's good. So, okay, so that's how a different look with a martingale breast collar can change things for the ranch riding. For tuning in to Better Horses TV. I'm Laurel Denton. You can see us on Facebook, Bar U Bar Ranch, or Laurel Walker Denton. Thanks. Enjoy the ride.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back right after these messages.
Hi, I'm Kerry Kuhn. We ride CSI saddle pads. We've been riding them now for a little over 10 years. And what we realized is the construction of that pad with their flex plate, what it does underneath our saddles is by far superior to any other pad on the market. We've tried every pad that man has made, and we've seen the benefits of what these saddle pads can do. So even though we sell saddles, we've realized that our saddles are only as good as the saddle pad that's underneath them. I'm Kerry Kuhn, and I ride the CSI saddle pads.
In a natural, free roaming situation, horses graze nearly constantly throughout the day and night. When feeding horses in stables, it's ideal to try to mimic this feeding behavior. Horses in stabled conditions should be fed their hay so they can pick at it continuously between feedings. Visit our website at stanleyforage.com under Nutrition, then Nutritional Resources to help transition your horse from winter to spring in the coming weeks.
Well, we're working with these different knots, and if you need more in-depth information and camera angles, slow motion, etc., don't forget to go to my website and check out what not to do, K-N-O-T. All right, I'm going to show you one more here. This is kind of a tough knot, and this is called a Hackamore knot. In other words, you could build a little bridle with just a piece of rope, but this rope would need to be long enough so when you finish, these pieces here would be your reins. So you need probably about a, probably a 15 foot of rope or something like that, so you have some reins. So it goes like this. You make this like this, you just double it up like this. Then I'm going to come back and lay this here like this. Now I'm going to reach through, grab this up, pull it here. Then I'm going to bring this one through here. That's tough to see. You're going to have to buy the video. And as you can see, that begins to make a head stall. This goes around the nose. This goes over their head. And there's your reins to ride your horse with. And it's a really pretty knot, as you can see. And it makes it really nice. That's your Hackamore knot. That's kind of a tough one. That'd be one you'd have to practice quite a few times.
Hey folks, don't go anywhere. We got more Better Horses coming to you right after this from our sponsors.
You care about your animals and feeding them the best. And that's where Purina's local Kansas City dealers step in, providing you experience, knowledge, service, and advice. Purina feed dealers are people who believe in community involvement and who believe in you. They have a passion for the feed industry and are committed to helping customers unlock the potential of every animal. If you are looking for a trusted source for your animals, look no further than your local Purina feed dealer, your partner in animal care.
John Deere is known for quality equipment. This quality has created a perception that John Deere is more expensive than other brands. But high quality doesn't mean high priced. The truth from buyers in our area is customers who have purchased a John Deere compact utility tractor saved more than $2,000. Dare to compare us before buying. You and your wallet will be surprised. Nothing runs as long as a Deere, and we'll prove it with our exclusive 10-year warranty. Visit heritagetractor.com/compare to learn more.
Hey Ernie, it's so great to have you here with us today. Thank you so much for letting us be a part of Better Horses TV. I got a great little tip that I want to share with your viewers today. I've got Colt out here with Miss Purina, and what we're working on is Colt learning how to develop some impulsion in this mare by learning how to drive with his seat and his legs more. So I'm going to ask him to get short on his reins and keep his hands in front of his saddle horn. Just sit right there for a second. So his hands are going to look just like this. Okay, and what he's going to do is he's going to practice backing this mare up, and then while she's backing up, he's going to leave his hands just like this and learn how to drive this mare forward. I'm going to ask him to try it where he drives her off at a walk, then where he drives her off at a trot, and then where he goes ahead and he drives her up to a lope. What I'm trying to get him to understand is at this age, it's hard for him because his legs are shorter, and he's still trying to figure out how to get his feet down here to work where he can really get some life out of his horse off of his legs and his feet down here. And this little exercise focuses everything in his mind on learning how to maybe get that life flowing from his butt cheeks all the way down to his feet, where he can learn to ride his horse forward from the back forward. So Colt, I want to make sure that you're really short on your reins, short enough that this mare is going to want to start backing up. Okay, I'm going to give you your dressage whip. Now this little tool right here, Ernie, I'm not going to set Colt out here on one of these horses without a dressage whip, simply for the fact that if he can't get what he's asking for through his legs, as far as bringing some life up back here, then he's going to have this in his hand that'll help him gain access to this part of this horse's body. That's kind of our way of making up for his legs not quite being as long as mine. So why don't you do this, Colt? Just go ahead and turn your horse right here so the camera's got a side shot. Okay. Now, she doesn't even have to go anywhere just yet. Just get really short on your reins where she rolls up in the bridle. Just sit right there. Okay. Now remember, when you go to drive her forward, you're going to remind yourself not to be leaning forward to get her to go forward, okay? So you're short enough right now, she's wanting to get away from that. So go ahead and let her start backing up. You got your feet up there in position 1. Now bring your feet back to position 2 and just drive her forward. Good job. You can go ahead and stop there. I'll step up here. Now let's back her up again. This time you're going to drive her up to a trot. When you get her to a trot, just trot down there a little ways and then come back to me. Hands out in front of you, stay back in your saddle, drive her up to a trot. Great job. Just trot on down there a little ways and you can come back. Now go ahead and just come down to a walk. Just walk on over here. Good job. You can rest right there. So you're going to have a tendency, Colt, to get this mare to go forward, to want to lean forward, okay? You did a really good job right there, staying back, trying to get you to figure out how to use this piece of your body more to drive that horse forward. It's almost like when I want that horse to go forward and use this piece, I'm driving like this. See, I'm not leaning forward. Okay, you see what my butt did right there? Okay, so my squeeze is going to start up here in my butt cheeks and it's going to flow down here to my feet. Okay, now let's do that one more time and you'll trot her down there a little ways and then come back to me and then we're going to try one at a lope. Okay? Now go ahead and drive her forward, stay back in your saddle. Oh, very nice. Ernie, this is not something that's easy for a kid his age, his size to be able to do, but I'm just trying to help him out where he can figure this out a whole lot sooner than I did. This little exercise where he's going to get her started backing up and then ask her to drive forward is really going to help his mind understand how he needs to use his seat and his legs to help this horse find some forward. So are you ready to try one at a lope? Yeah. Okay, we're just trying to flow up to a lope. You're not trying to get there quick. Okay, just use that drive to drive her on up there. You can lope down there a little ways, you can slow down, stop, turn around, and you can do the same thing coming back to me. Okay. Remember to stay back in your seat, stay back, stay back. Nice job, bud. Nice job. Good job, and we'll try one more just like that. Get her started back. Both feet position 2. Got there a little quicker that time. Fantastic. Now just go ahead and back her on up here to me. Now Ernie, this is not something that we can do on a horse that's very green. This mare's far enough along, she's soft enough in his hands, and he's got enough feel built in this horse that he can get this done. This is just an exercise to help him get better at learning how to use his seat and his legs to bring up some impulsion from back here, some controlled forward movement, some drive from this horse's hindquarters to help her find that forward. Colt, that was a fantastic job. The more you work on this exercise, the better you're going to get using your legs and the easier it's going to be for you to stay back in your seat when you're doing it. Fantastic job. Ernie, thank you so much for being here with us today, and thank you for letting us be a part of Better Horses TV. If any of your viewers would like to learn more information about what we do, our clinics, our horses for sale, and even our merchandise for sale, they can go to kerrykuhn.com. We'll see you guys next time, Ernie.
Be sure to get your favorite cook in the kitchen. We've got the hearty grub coming up next.
It's time to go with United Mosquito and Fly Control's premier fly system for fly control in your barn, providing relief for horses from the stress of fighting flies, and also makes a barn more pleasant for everyone in the barn. Easy, effective, and safe. With United Mosquito and Fly Control, we provide a full service. You as the barn owner don't have to do anything. We go everywhere and take care of everything with our friendly fast service. Call today at 913-558-3814 or email Paul at unitedmosquito.com.
How's your production on pasture? Are profits down? Are weight gains down? What are you going to do about it? Do something cost-effective. Do something that will make a difference. To add the first and proven leader in feed-through horn fly control to your cattle rations, ask for it by name, Alticid IGR.
You care about your animals and feeding them the best. And that's where Purina's local Kansas City dealers step in, providing you experience, knowledge, service, and advice. Purina feed dealers are people who believe in community involvement and who believe in you. They have a passion for the feed industry and are committed to helping customers unlock the potential of every animal. If you are looking for a trusted source for your animals, look no further than your local Purina feed dealer, your partner in animal care.
Hello friends, I'm Ernie Rodino.
I'm Cheftel Mark.
Welcome to the Better Horses TV show, Hearty Grub, which you're going to love. I'm here with Cheftel Mark. Mark, good to see you. It seemed like a long time.
It has been. We're closer than 6 feet apart where we're supposed to be, but I trust you. We'll shake hands like that.
Well, I'll tell you what, really great. Come in here, smells wonderful. I'm thinking we're going to have a good old-fashioned chicken fried steak dinner.
Well, it's kind of, but I got to mess it up a little bit.
No, it's going to be really good, and we're so excited. I always love to hear nothing but great comments about your Hearty Grub in there. I mean,
well, good.
It's unique. and we have
that's a good way of putting it.
And so, but no, he does a great job, and looking forward to it. Tell us what you're going to be doing.
Well, this would be smothered steak in normal people's fashion, but I got to cowboy it up a little bit. So beforehand, we took the tenderized round steak, floured it up, and I browned it up. And now we're going to add all the other stuff to the hot skillet I got going to make the smothered steak. Here we go. Ready?
I'm really excited about it.
Okay, I'll talk to you in a minute when we get this going. Okay, the skillet's pretty hot. So here's just some onions, red bell peppers. There's about equal amounts of all these. Some chopped celery, some jalapenos, just because I put jalapenos in everything. Some frozen basil. And then salt and pepper that all up good, and we're going to melt these down a little bit. The other thing we're going to cook, and we talked about it before, is poke. Poke ain't going to go with this meal, but the poke just got ready, and I just love it, so we're going to cook some poke to go with this. So I got some salted water going over here that's just about hot. Rinse the poke really good after you pick it. The Indians use poke for everything. I mean, that was their medicinal thing that they used. Mom grew up with it in Arkansas and got us to eat it, and we all just love it. So we got the hot salted water. You take the poke, you rinse it up really good, get all the little critters off of it. Hot salted water. It looks like a gob of poke, but it's going to shrink down a bunch. So just go ahead and add that to the salted water. And as it, don't put your fingers in it. As that welts down, we'll get a little more in there. It's all going to fit. When the veggies all get welded down, we'll add the beef back to it, tomatoes, tomato juice, and my seasonings. I don't want to put the seasonings in here yet. So we're going to let this cook down a little bit. We'll be back in just a minute to show you how to finish it up. Okay, we're back with the finished plates finally. On the noodles, one important thing everybody misses, Ernie, is after the noodles are cooked, drain them, don't rinse them, put butter on them and salt and pepper. So you got to season the noodles before you eat them. In the poke, we put the bacon, a little bit of onions, and the drippings back over the poke, squeezed all the water we could out of the poke, put the bacon and stuff back on it, and then put a little vinegar on it. And that's what you're getting ready to eat right there.
I'll tell you what, Mark, I've been watching you put this thing together. It just looks good. Been starving ever since watching you do it. This is poke salad without Sally.
Isn't that amazing? Mm-hmm. This is kind of like, imagine when you're riding your horse, pulling drag, moving a set of cattle, and you get this one steer that goes this way, and your horse goes and gets after him and runs up there and stops and turns the steer, and you go, oh my God, did you see that? That's kind of what eating this is like.
It's really good. It's good. I never had it put that way, Mark, but it sounds really good.
It's pretty good.
You know, watching you make this, put it like for somehow or another, what came back to mind was Granny making her tonic.
A little bit.
Yeah, putting all that stuff in there on Beverly Hillbillies. But this is good. Poke salad, we're going to try that.
And we got to get into Connie's cake too.
I'm going to try. This is what I've been waiting. It's kind of like I said, chicken fried steak was smothered.
Yep.
And it had good stuff that it was smothered with. Really good stuff.
Just the way it's supposed to be.
I'm going to try this and give my okay.
Connie's homemade bread. You can't beat that.
Oh.
We've been munching on it in between times.
This is outstanding. You got a great piece of meat in there.
Yep, it worked good.
And this is really good. I like how we changed the format to get to eat during this time. It's really good. So anyway,
folks, thanks. And good to have Ernie back with us, even though we ain't supposed to be this close. Been a hoot having you back, Ernie.
Well, it's really good. So thank you. We'll be tune in. Go to our website, betterhorses.com. Hit the media, see all our archives and everything like that. Great to see you. Have a great week.
Thanks.
Hey, we'll be right back with more Better Horses TV, so stay tuned.
Hey, thank you for watching Better Horses. If you've missed any of our shows, check us out at betterhorses.com where you can see all our episodes.
You want more Better Horses? Check our podcast out by typing in Better Horses.
And don't forget our newspaper coming out 5 times a year, also on the same website.
You're going to love it.